Eyewitness News has learned new details of the timeline early Saturday morning that began when he and teammate Antonio Pierce arrived at the Latin Quarter nightclub on the east side. Eyewitness News has learned new...
Now it's him and a teammate, this Antonio Pierce. To my audience and anyone that's listening, this is the dumbest fucking thing I could think of anybody doing, okay? The dumbest.
Details of the timeline early Saturday morning that began when he and teammate Antonio Pierce arrived at the Latin Quarter nightclub on the east side. It was 1 a.m. At 1:50 a.m., Burris accidentally shot himself in the thigh while fumbling...
He couldn't even wait an hour before he shot himself in the fucking leg.
...with his gun. Within the next 10...
Not fucking around with his gun. Why is he taking out the gun? Because he's stupid. A man with money like that, you know what you do? You hire a lawyer, they get you a goddamn permit. No, you could have the fucking gun. It's so stupid.
Burris, Pierce, and a woman companion were out of the club and into Pierce's SUV on their way to the nearest hospital. At 2:04, a security camera recorded their arrival. What happened next is part of the potential cover-up. Law enforcement sources say a woman doctor with privileges at New York Cornell Hospital came in to treat Burris, then left. It is a misdemeanor not to report a gunshot wound to police.
Yeah, that doctor was an asshole. Hello? You just put your fucking license at risk. Your license to practice medicine at risk for being, oh, he's a star. Yeah, well, now, guess what? You got fucked, lady.
No one did. But whether the doctor or the hospital is ultimately responsible is part of the investigation. And then there's Pierce, who today is not talking either after getting a lawyer. Yesterday he said this on WFAN.
I don't see myself being arrested.
But sources say Pierce took the gun Burris fired, which is similar to this .40 caliber Glock seen here, and then drove to his New Jersey home. At some point, we're told, Burris went to get the gun, and police seized it from the Stars Totowa mansion. Pierce's attorney says they will meet with detectives this week who are also questioning club employees, focusing on the one who let Burris in with the gun and let him out with it.
Is that the point? Who let the gun in and who let the gun out? Sure, there's a lot of assholism going on because this guy's a star. Ooh, everyone's starstruck. Wake the fuck up. This asshole just got a whole bunch of people dragged into a goddamn mess. Because he couldn't act like a human being. No, he had to be a criminal, tough motherfucker. Yo, yo, yo. It's a jail you will go.
The chamber was empty.
I certainly think that the state should take a look at the liquor license of a...
You know, here we go. Let's take a look at the liquor license. I really think the state should look at you, motherfucker. Because you're nothing more than a fucking bandit, okay? You forced your way into a third term. You fucking pocket money left and right all over the place. And you do the same thing as all these big corporates do. I'll take no salary. Only $1. Kiss my ass, motherfucker.
Bar that admits they let in somebody carrying a loaded gun.
Well, I don't know why to go into a bar you have to be searched. I've never been searched to go into a goddamn bar. I just go into a bar, have a drink, and leave.
You should be sick.
The mayor unusually outspoken in this whole issue. The state liquor authority does say...
Why? Because he's up for election. That's why he's unusually spoke out for this fucking shit.
It is investigating, but that the NYPD is heading the probe. The hospital says it has already suspended one employee for failing to report the incident, but they will not give any more detail.
Guess what employee they suspended? I'll give you one guess. The dumbass doctor. And you know what? She's got to go before a review board now because of this stupid shit. You know that? All because I had to act like a hood. You know, we all carry guns. You're in fucking New York City. You don't need to have a fucking gun.
Mayor, on something of a campaign here. No question about that. All right, Sarah, thank you. We do have some breaking news involving Plaxico Burris. Scott Clark is here with the latest. What's happening?
We just learned from the Giant Stadium that Burris has now been suspended for 4 games. It's a non-football injury list. From the injury that he suffered from Friday night's shooting, It appears now that Burris has been suspended and fined, but he's suspended for 4 games. That means he's done for the regular season. But it does not mean that he's done for the playoffs as we know it. So,
you know why he's been suspended from the regular season? You know why they suspended him? Because he has a bullet hole in his fucking leg. How could he possibly pay? You know how long it takes? I was in the military, okay? I saw a little conflict. I got shot. You don't heal up right away. And you're not the same for a little while. Okay? So, they suspended him because they couldn't play him anyway. Basically, they slapped him in the wrist and they fined him. Ooh! Guy's a millionaire. He owns a mansion. He owns all this other shit. You know, I'm a Giants fan. I'm all for, oh yeah, let's let that motherfucker go back to play. But this is fucking ridiculous. Then his other buddy, they can't act like human beings. Let's cover up the whole problem here. Give me the gun. This is what we're gonna do. You know what? He should have, all he had to do was get a permit. He had the gun legally, obviously, if he was registered in Florida at one time. You get a permit, and you fucking carry the gun. But if you don't have a permit, you keep the gun put away until you get a goddamn permit.
Burris may come back and play for the Giants in the playoffs, but he has been suspended for 4 games, as we know it now, by the New York Times.
May come back? I think that depends on one thing, how well he heals. If he heals up for the playoff, they're going to let him come back, okay? Obviously, it wasn't that bad of a... Well, no, they called the doctor, so they had to take out a bullet. Probably lodged in there somewhere. What a dumb fuck. You're fumbling around with a gun, and you shot your... You know what? That is truly a nigger moment. As I say, not prejudice. This is better than that Italian congressman who had a Guinea moment. What did he do? He had an affair. Well, Congress represent whatever he was. He had an affair with a military officer. Got her pregnant. Had a secret lifestyle going with her. And then what is he? Then all of a sudden they catch him out there for what? Because he had to have a drink and got stopped by the police. Oh God, are you dumb? That's another dumb moment, right? But at least he had a way of getting out of it. He said, "Oh, I resigned. Oh, I'm so ashamed," and all this shit. Do you know what? He's still going back to the to the army chick and banging her. I guarantee you, probably banging his wife too. But you know what? He managed to get himself out. This guy got himself... You know what? They'll probably slap him in the wrist. He's going to get away with this. I'm almost positive of it. Me? I think what they should do is take away all his money and everything and make him live like a regular person with a job and all that for a year. You understand? He can't touch... He has to earn every penny for a year. Go work at a McDonald's, all that shit. So he could see how stupid he is. Okay? See what he's going to lose if he keeps his stupidity up.
Giants.
Do we think this is it, or do we think this could possibly go on further with the NFL?
From what I've read so far, it appears that he's still going to be with the Giants. It's a non-football injury. So that means that they can take him, they can do something with him down the road.
But obviously they're going to make the playoffs, so this does not include the playoffs, right?
As I know it, it does not include the playoffs. It's 4-game suspension.
So the season's basically over, but they've avoided the bigger question until maybe this criminal case is over.
Or at least they get some better indication of what may be going on. There could be a plea bargain before it even happens, before they get to court. As we've talked with Sarah about that. They can do a plea bargain, and you can get off of that.
I'm almost positive they're going to plea bargain his ass. And they're going to most likely let his ass slide out because of his celebrity status. You know? And that's the way it's always been handled. They let them off and that's it. Flavio, 13 out.